Hi, I hope you're having a great day. Well, today we want to talk about the male sex gland called the prostate gland. Now, as we look at statistics today, there are so many people in the age group of 40 and above that suffer from enlarged prostates or prostate cancer and all of these issues. Now, why is this increasing? Again, it's because of poor lifestyle. If we go back about 10 to 15 to 20 years ago, these things were unheard of. So what are some of the lifestyle changes that we can make in order to prevent this from happening? And like I always say, there are maybe 3 to 7% of the cases which are beyond our control. But prevention is huge if we invest in it. And for people who already have enlarged prostates or prostate cancers, there are several things that we need to do. Like always, let's understand what it is. It's the male sex gland, and this is basically a walnut-sized gland, which is basically positioned below the bladder. It wraps around the lower part of the urethra. That's from where the urine comes out. So which is why in cases where the prostate gland is enlarged, it squeezes against the urethra, and usually people have less urination or frequent urination accompanied by a lot of UTIs and stuff like that. So you'll find as the pressure in the bladder of urine increases, sometimes you feel like going to the toilet to pass urine, but there would just be a few drops or a small stream of urine that comes out. So how do we prevent it? Again, it comes down to one word: inflammation. Inflammation causes the prostate gland to basically enlarge, and it gets bigger and bigger. Now, when there are abnormal cell growth in these prostate cells, that's what becomes prostate cancer. If it spreads out of the prostate gland to basically the bladder or to the bone area, that becomes a metastatic cancer. So we're looking at lowering inflammation, and we're looking at boosting the immunity of the human body. So number one, it comes down to what are the nutrients that are required for a healthy prostate. You look at your fruits and your vegetables. Extremely, extremely important. Today there are too many fad diets out there telling you to stop fruits completely, avoid certain vegetables and stuff like that. Of course, if they're causing a health problem, yes. But for weight-related problems and all of that stuff, absolutely not. We need digestive enzymes from fruits, from different colored fruits, vitamins, minerals, nutrients. Of course, you overdo it on fruits, you eat too many fruits, it's equally bad. When it comes to vegetables as well. Now, a tomato is fantastic when it comes to all kinds of cancers and inflammation. There are some people who cannot have nightshades, and tomato is one of them. Some people can't have raw tomato because it makes them more acidic. But when we're trying to extract the beneficial health benefits of a tomato, it is best had when it is cooked. When you cook a tomato, you break down the cell walls, allowing something called lycopene to come out. Lycopene is that magic anti-cancer fighter, which we all need. So it's always better to blanch the tomatoes, cook it lightly, or steam it lightly, more over raw. People who can have raw and it doesn't affect them, absolutely fine. For everyone else, cooked. And so when it comes to people who have cancer, you're looking at prevention. One of the most important dietary things that you could do is the combination of this. Basically, you saute a little bit of onion, garlic, black pepper, turmeric, a good cooking medium oil. It could be pure ghee, it could be coconut oil, avocado oil, any of your cold pressed good oils, and tomato. These 5 things anyway usually form the basis of most curries. Most Indian curries do have onion, they have tomato, they have garlic, a little bit of turmeric, the right fat medium, and black pepper. All of these together are highly anti-inflammatory for the human body. So we should make sure that our cooking contains this base when we make our curries, our vegetables, or even if you're marinating fish or chicken or whatever it is, you want to mix these ingredients together, lightly saute it in a good oil, and then use it, because the combination of this is fantastic for reducing inflammation in the body. Watermelon, red fruits like watermelon are high in lycopene. Lycopene is fantastic for all inflammation in the body and all kinds of cancers as well. Then we have our chickpeas and lentils, which is fantastic for the prostate gland again. So your chickpeas, you can do it in the form of hummus. You can make your normal chickpea curries. You can just boil chickpeas, add a little bit of pink salt, black pepper, turmeric. It makes a great evening snack, high protein, low carb, fantastic for inflammation, fantastic for your prostate gland. Lentils, we've spoken about this. You need to soak your lentils, and you can cook it in the form of khichadis, plain lentils, in the form of a lentil soup, or you can even add lentils into your salads. Now, when it comes to nuts, the best nuts for your prostate gland is peanuts. So if you don't have an allergy to peanuts, peanuts are best had roasted without salt. So this is something great for your prostate gland. Black tea. There is more and more science studying the health benefits of black tea, and a lot of promising evidence showing that black tea is great for your prostate gland. Now, people with prostate or looking to prevent it should always check their folic acid levels in the human body. If our folic level acids are low, we want to make sure that we have a diet that is rich in folates, or you get a folic acid prescribed by your doctors or your medical professionals, because you should not have low folic acids, especially if you have a prostate problem already. Cruciferous vegetables. This comes up in almost every video because of the high amount of sulfur and the cancer fighting abilities and the inflammation fighting abilities. So when we talk cruciferous, we're looking at broccoli, we're looking at cabbage, we're looking at kale, we're looking at cauliflower, we're looking at radish. Of course, if you have a thyroid problem, you have digestion problems, you can cook it, you can blanch it, you can steam it. Do not have it raw if you have those problems. So you want to make sure that you're having at least one cruciferous vegetable at least every day or every other day of the week. Then we're talking about good fats again. Like we always say, this whole thing about going low fat, low fat, low fat has been the biggest scam. We got to go low fat on refined oils, on vegetable oils, on processed fats, on trans fats. That causes inflammation in the human body. But when you look at your good fats, you look at your coconut oils, your ghees, your pure cold pressed oils, you look at nuts, you look at seeds. These are essential fatty acids that your body requires for the production of a steroid called cholesterol. Yes, you need the right amount of cholesterol in your body for great prostate health, which is why when you're slapped on with that shuts off the complete production of cholesterol, people start having more issues with their hair, their skin, their sex glands. Prostate is a sex gland as well. Ovaries for women, the breast for women, and all of these issues. So we need cholesterol. We need the right kind of cholesterol in the human body. We shouldn't be shutting it off completely. So yes, you need the right fats in your diet for sure. Now coming back to lifestyle changes, exercise. The more you exercise, the better it is for your male sex organs. A sedentary life is literally killing people today, causing diseases that is killing people, causing more inflammation. We cannot be sedentary anymore. All of us have to make efforts to get more and more active. More and more activity means more blood flow. More blood flow means more oxygen to your prostate glands and every cell in the human body. So please be careful of a sedentary lifestyle. Now, very interesting when it comes to the prostate gland are the emotions that are connected to it. You see, every illness has an emotional connection with the human mind. I'm not here to say that a particular emotion is going to cause a disease. Sometimes it can, but we have to see this. In prostate cancer patients and people who have enlarged prostates, the emotions that we'll see is a lot of anger, irritability, rigidness in their thought process. Also, as men age, men don't like losing power. Now, when I talk about power, I'm not talking about power games that couples play to, make their positions known in a relationship. I'm talking about a man who's used to doing everything in his lifetime. Suddenly, people start telling him, stop doing it, you'll get a heart attack, stop doing this, stop doing this. That man loses their sense of masculine power, the same way a woman can lose it as well, and it leads to emotional distress. So we've seen that connection between this emotion. So as men grow older and older, and if they still want to continue working, doing things, of course, in a safe way, we should allow them to do that, because it is extremely important for a man to hold on to that sense of feeling able to do something. Of course, if there's nothing that they can do about it because they're sick or they've lost movement and stuff like that, they should be coached emotionally to understand to let go of these things, because it shouldn't lead to an emotion that they internalize and further causes issues with their prostate gland. So for that, your meditation, knowing yourself, your deep breathing, all basically helps with all of these things. And it's as simple as that. So you see, you break down any cancer. Cancers are complicated. They are very, very complicated. But when you look at prevention or the healing, usually most of the foods and the lifestyles changes stay the same. They don't really change, telling us three things: that the human body requires the basic foundation for good health. We need to give it the food it needs, the right movement, the right quality of sleep, because even sleep deprivation can increase the inflammation of the prostate gland, because the deprivation of sleep increases inflammation all through the body, which means including your prostate gland. So as we get our sleep in, we manage our emotions and our stress better, we provide the body with the foundation of what it needs to help us prevent the onset of diseases, or if we have something, to help us possibly use the intelligence of the body to heal it. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.